Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in as I take you all the way back to 1999 with review number 20 for Released in the final stretch of the Nintendo 64's life cycle, Super Smash Bros. Was a surprise hit that took the fan base by complete storm, and it's easy to see why once you start playing, for the game allows players to pick their favourite of 8 initial characters and 4 unlockable ones, and butt heads with the computer in the single player mode, or start smashing your friends to pieces in multiplayer matchups that can be customised using options such as the item switch, which lets you specify what items appear in battle and how often they appear. The easy-to-use controls on offer are a big part of what sets Super Smash Bros. Apart from other fighters. No longer will you need to stare at the controller in an effort to memorize a lengthy combo sequence, for here, all that's required is a simple tap of the A or B buttons. Moving the analog stick in any direction along with the A button will allow for a smash attack, while doing so with the B button activates one of a handful of special attacks that each character has at their disposal. You can move the analog stick up or press any of the 4 camera buttons to jump, while the Z trigger activates a shield and the L and R buttons let you taunt and throw respectively. Another little quirk that helps this game stand out amongst its brethren is the manner in which you defeat your opponents. Unlike other fighting games where you simply beat the target into unconsciousness, here you have to increase your foe's damage percentage and in doing so, send them flying off the stage. This helps to not only add a dose of originality to the game as a whole, but also provides longevity for the matches you play through and gives you a chance at making a comeback from the verge of death. The game's graphics, while undeniably somewhat primitive in the face of today's high-definition world, still hold up very well and feature a smooth frame rate allowing the Smash Fests to remain fast-paced at all times. The soundtrack is also chock full of wacky sound effects, crystal clear voice clips, and booming music which Nintendo fans will instantly recognize as they traverse through the game's many stages. And speaking of the stages, there's an impressive variety to pick from, including Princess Peach's Castle, Dreamland, and even the Mushroom Kingdom from the very first Super Mario Bros. Game. There aren't too many bad things I can say about this game, although one thing that brings this down for me is the final boss. A giant hand. I give the developers props for being original, but a hand? Come on! Surely something better could have been done. Another downside is the story. Again, points for originality, but it loses some luster when you realize that the whole damn game is just the product of some unseen person's overactive imagination. Despite my gripes with this near-decade-old game, I found that it's lost none of the charm that roped me into playing it all those years ago. It has all the ingredients of an awesome game, and many of the traits that this game features have naturally carried on to its 2 sequels. It's the perfect game to get lost in with some mates by your side, and is generally just a real blast to play. I give Super Smash Bros. A 9.5 out of 10.